This is part 2 in the series on attachment theory, and right now I'm discussing how to repair an attachment wound. So we talked quite a bit about how triggers are breadcrumbs that lead you towards your healing. Please remember that every time you are triggered, you're activated, you're dysregulated, this is an opportunity for you to create the repair, create the ability to establish security within yourself. It may not feel that way because your nervous system is flying off the charts, but I assure you, if you do these steps, you will start to build yourself back up to healing. Can you remain present when you are triggered? Meaning that you don't fight, flight, or freeze when you are activated. Can you just pause and observe yourself in that moment, as hard as it may be, because you have had this reactivity deeply ingrained and patterned in your neural pathways your whole life. So it is an immediate response to do any of the fight, flight, or freeze response. Can you just, even if it's for a couple of seconds, and then build your way up to a couple of minutes, pause instead of jumping into that reactivity that you are so familiar with and conditioned to do? The next component of healing the rupture is to remain socially engaged, even after being triggered. A lot of times we will want to be removed from the situation in order to collect ourselves again. And that's fine if you just take a couple of minutes. But for those of us that take hours, days, or weeks on end to gather ourselves in order to feel safe, this is deepening that rupture. So to reiterate, it's ideal to remain in the situation and stay socially engaged, or at the very least, only take a few minutes to collect yourself and come right back to be socially engaged again. The final step for repairing the rupture is to build capacity around your activated state. So after that first step of pausing, which hopefully delays the onset of that activated state of fight, flight, or freeze, inevitably that activated state will take over. And at that moment, can you observe that state from a different lens, from a different perspective of curiosity and openness? This is an opportunity for self-exploration. Usually we try to ignore that activated state as much as possible, or at the very least, we judge the hell out of it. So if you remain open and optimistic about what it has to teach you, you can learn a lot.